time for another installment of Quilters Vibe, and this is the inspiration piece that, pretty sure it's Sarah that chose this one. I could be wrong. Anyway, perfect one to translate to a scrapbook page because we've got nothing but half square triangles. I don't always interpret these literally, but I think I will today. Except the heart. I'm not going to piece that out of triangles. I am going to cut, well actually I already have, but I'm just not certain of the size, silhouette file. I know that Paige has done, Paige Evans, she does a lot of scrapbook pages that sort of have, that are constructed of a lot of tiny pieces, and so I printed off some of hers because this reminded me of some of those, and I'll just quickly run through these. So I think she does one of these with each of her collections. So this one's from Horizon, and she's just used really big bits. This one, if you were to translate it to a scrapbook page, because it's got 12 by 12, they'd be 1-inch squares. That's what I was initially leaning towards doing. But I think the patterns are going to be way too tiny. And 2 inches are going to be too big because I'll only get 6 across. So I think I'm going to run with 1.5. Right, I'll get to that. So this is Paige's most recent one with Bloom Street. I love how she's popped up those triangles, but I'm going to stitch them down, so that's not going to work. This one, I think it's Pick Me Up maybe. Truly Grateful. This one's a Studio Calico one, and this one uses a whole lot of tiny ones. So seeing this, I really want to try that. And I will, but probably not today. And this one, oh gosh, what, I always forget the name of this collection. Thank you, Paige, for all the inspiration, and I will try and come up. Well, as you can see, all of Paige's are different, so you can use the same design or jumping off point and come up with something different every time. I'm going to start with this with the green colour, and it's not a typical choice for me. It's a nod to my beautiful friend Joy, who loves green. Printed this photo in black and white, and I thought that this would lend itself really well to using these. They're those little swatch books that Paige comes up with. Anyway, I will cut a couple of these down to 1.5, and if that is too big, I can still cut them down further. If I cut them at 1.5, I'll have 8 going across, and that's sort of exactly between 6 and 12. So I'm going to cut these down and then come back. In addition to cutting up my squares and then into triangles, I've reprinted the photo to 3x4 with a border. It's quite a bit smaller than 3x4, but not as small as 2x3, because this was a 4x6 with a border, and it's just, I'd have to recut the heart, or just, it would take up a lot of page space. Anyway, what I'll do is I am going to mark out the heart. I think I'll place it in the same spot as on the original Quilty inspiration here, and I'll just lightly draw around it in pencil. That still gives me a bit of room to layer up a bunch of other stuff. Right. The other thing I was going to do, before I forget, is I was going to rule down with a T-square ruler to get, actually I can just use this cutting mat, can't I? I need to mark my, at least the centre, so, because I'll probably start at the centre and work my way out. So I've not just ruled a couple of lines, I've ruled sort of these rectangles so that I know exactly where each line of triangles will go. Does that make sense? So anyway, they'll go on the lines. I figured it out. I think it'll work, and I've mapped out sort of where that's going to go. I'll rub it all out once I'm done. The next step is to lightly tack these, and it's going to, I don't know how long this process is going to take. I'll probably need to move them around and redistribute them and make sure the colours and patterns are all suitable, so I will get onto that. Definitely as a job for fast forward. It's a pretty mindless task. stitch down. I just did a straight stitch along the middle, and then I went and did another one in the gaps, which hopefully will give me a sort of not so imaginary line to write on, so that if I journal one line above it and one line below, hopefully that will be enough for what I have to write. I also stitched this heart down, so tiny bit of glue here, not that it holds, and then this is flapping in the breeze. I don't know, it's going to be weighted down with stuff. So I want to put a whole bunch of paper mats under this. So in terms of mats, I went and had a look in the Bloom Street paper pad. This green looks like it's kind of, I don't know, it just seems to play well with this green. Perhaps it's because this lighter green in the foreground is kind of similar. I don't know. I probably won't use anything really patterned, although that's really, really pretty. And just this really simple pink. I think what I'm going to do is get matting. I hadn't put any ink around these, but I'm starting to think that that might have been a good idea, especially for the mats. Let's see. This one should not be obviously the final mat, so I think that one should come first. Where are my scissors? Sarah would die if she could see past this point. She would just, I think she can get the idea, because every so often the avalanche starts to fall. Yeah, no sudden moves, anyone. Ooh, this purple. Definitely will have to keep that in mind. Right, where was I? Ooh, my hands are shaking so much today. I might do the green next. Okay, I'm going to ink these up and see how they look, whether I need to add any more layers or not. Okay, I did end up cutting an extra one. I don't know how good my sizing is, and I ended up recutting this one a little bit bigger because I think it needed it. So let's assemble this. I just wanted to separate, yeah, leather white. Okay, let's have a look. I wanted that one next, I think. I'm going to put just a couple of glue dots right in the centre so I can tuck a whole bunch of things in if I need to, and that should hold it down. I mean, the stitches, look, it could be alright, but because this is pulling up, I wouldn't chance it. I don't know what I would do without these things. Yeah, that ought to do it. Ah! Okay. Alright, this is the bit I have to really commit, because once it's down, unless I bust out the undo. Okay, there. In terms of embellishments, I've got my box of pages, fussy cut and pre-die cut paper flowers. And then I've got this has got, I pulled out a bunch of embellishments from my Paige Evans box that I thought might work on this. I've also got sticker and chipboard sheets, so I know that's way too much because I really only need a few bits. So I'm going to have a little look through, see what might realistically work. I mean, a lot of these are just massive. I have this handy dandy little book from Rock Your Notebook, and it is filled with pages that are like the backing to sticker sheets. So I'm going to go through and pull off, as usual, way too many stickers, chipboard bits and all kinds of stuff, and put them in here, and then hopefully whatever the next layout is, I'll try and use them on that, because yeah, it's going to be way too many. I have got a bunch of stickers and chipboard bits and everything in my little book, and I've got this page open because I think I am going to just stick with flowers from the Turn the Page collection. I don't know why, I went, right, that's what I'm going to do. So I took all the other ones away and just kept the leaves, and there's some from Turn the Page and some that are not from Turn the Page but will play nicely with it. So I think they're all going to be too big anyway. Wait and see. And I culled the stuff in that bucket of die cuts, which is still way too much, but it is what it is. We shall see. What I do need to do, before I start crowding this area with embellishment, I should probably write the journaling, just so I'm sure about how much space I've got left to work with. Okay, I needed most of a third line. That's okay. I think I want some kind of a base. Oh, actually, I wonder. Yeah, kind of like that. Some flowers. We've got red. Maybe some green. I think maybe this one. So I stick that down and then slide this flower. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. There we go, and something else. I'll put a butterfly here, but maybe a dimensional one. Okay, so this is rose gold and this is gold gold, but if I kind of stick it like this, looks like it could sit amazing together. When in doubt, use pop dots. Just thinking, before I do that, do I want to put a bit of leafage? Where we left off, I had cleaned up a little bit. Sarah, what are you doing to me? So I need to do the title, which is going to have one big word, and then my sister came up with the title because this is about her and my son Max. And so the second part is going to need small letters. I think this size is better, either the navy, probably not the white, or this. I really like this pink, which is sort of shiny. It does tie in, the colour is a little bit here, but I think the fact that the photo's black and white and there's a little bit of black journaling and that's it, that's what's kind of getting me to lean towards this font, this black one, which is called Sarah. Spelt wrong, but she's everywhere. It's like Big Brother is watching. Alright, I'll try the black, and if I don't like it, then I'll pull it off and go with the pink. Here we go. 100% sure how easy that title is to read. I didn't like to split her name over the mountains. I thought it has to be in one particular area unless I could put it here. Yeah, well, I'm just going to leave it and see. Now, I left a few of these stickers and puffies and other bits because I thought I could sneak them here and there, just dot them about so that they're almost invisible. Do you know, do you see what, yeah? Especially the hearts. I don't know. I might throw some down and then, not on every single one, but just here and there. To do, and I kind of forgot about it till now, is I wanted to put some white mist. What I wanted to use was try the new glossy mist, the Dina Wakley one. I'll do that and hopefully it won't go wrong. While that's drying, I'm going to very carefully put a combination of Enamel Dots, these sparkly, they're either clear or white, I'm not sure, of Pages Bloom Street ones, and some of these black ones from Chanel. Oh, I could use gold. Oh, right. Yeah, maybe I won't use the black. I don't know. I'll just stick with these. That's cute. That's it from me. I apologise for the dodgy lighting. I haven't been able to adjust it for some reason. I will take some photos and put some pictures on the blog and all that kind of stuff. So if you haven't already, go check out Sara and Daisie and Christy. They have had theirs up for quite a few days now. I've been a couple of days late because of all the things. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for stopping by, and please go and check out all the other Quilters Vibe projects that the other girls have done. Alright, bye!